Welcome back to another cooking episode. In episode 4, we're going to be talking about the bases of flavors. Today, when we're going to be learning the base flavors, we're going to be using one of my favorite books, Flavor Matrix. Now, if we go to this page right here, we have this beautiful graph, and today we're going to learn the difference between complementary flavors and balancing flavors. Today, we're going to be describing all of them. We have sweet, sour, salty, spicy, fat, bitter, and umami. Now, let me describe them all first to you, and then we can get into it. Now, to learn about some of them, we're going to be using one of my other favorite books, Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat, which is going to be describing salt, fat, and the acid, which is in sour, and some of the heat. This mainly just relies on heat of cooking, but we can talk about that in this book as well. Now, talking first about sweetness, we are going to just use the most basic thing I can think of, and the best thing, sugar. This is brown sugar, so we can tell the difference between this and salt. Now for sour, we're going to be talking about lemon. There's multiple things like candies, other things like soda, but lemon is the best natural version that I can think of that helps represent it. For salty, salt. It explains itself. Now for spicy, I'm using chili flakes. There's many other things you can think of spicy, but chili flakes is one of those things that works, that's not too spicy to not overpower the food, but works perfectly. Now we're talking about fat, aka butter. There's multiple different types, but butter is the best example. There's things from animals, you can get them from olive oils, multiple different things, but that's a different episode. Now, for bitterness, there's multiple different things, but the best example I can think of is alcohol. This is just vodka. This is for cooking purposes only. Now we're gonna be talking about umami, which is a flavor that you probably never heard of, and I don't really feel like explaining, so I'm gonna put a definition up in the corner so you can figure it out. But this is a new umami booster. It's really good. Now we're gonna be first talking about is balance. Now balance helps you to, if something's too sweet, too salty, too sour, you balance it out to make it that right, perfect middle. Complementary is what we'll talk about in a second, but that is how to boost a flavor and bring it up. First, let's talk about which things balance which. Now first talking about sweet, two things that help balance it is bitterness and sour. Things for sour, things to help balance it is sweet and fat. Pretty much nothing can really balance saltiness. There's certain things you can add, but right now there's nothing that really helps to balance it. Now for spicy, only one thing balances is fat. For example, thinking of it, if I need this and it's too spicy, add a fat like olive oil, butter, even cream helps it. For something like fat, if it's too fatty or too full, use something like sour or spicy. For something bitter like alcohol, think something like sweet or umami can help balance it perfectly. Now we're talking about complementary. This pretty much means to bring a flavor. For example, saltiness can't be balanced by sweet, but it helps to bring it up. Think of salted caramel, for example. It brings that second level of greatness. Things like salty, fat, and spice can all help to bring up the flavors. Think of sweet and spicy, that's in a lot of things. Fat and sweet, donuts. And these two, salted caramel, many different examples. For something like sour, I like to use spiciness. It helps to really bring up the flavor. Think of almost Mexican food. When you get that nice spicy taco or burrito, adding something like lime can really help to bring it up. For something like salty, there's so many different things you can uphold and make saltiness even better. Umami is a great example. Sweet, like we talked about earlier, and fat. It's all in the title. Now, for something to complement spice, you want to use something like sugar or sour. This is a great and beautiful way to bring the spice and really make the flavors better. Now, something like fat, you can use something like umami or salt. Now, there's nothing really that can help to bring up the flavor bitter because sometimes it can be a little off-putting. It helps to balance things, but at the same time, you can't really bring up the flavor of it. For something like umami, salt, and fat should do the job. Here, it might seem complicated, but this is the most basic way you can put it. If you want it more complicated, you can flip to the next page and see all of this. This is pretty much every flavor and how they work together with different ingredients. If you want me to do a whole video on this, drop a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to learn even more about flavors, I would recommend buying these two books. It's not sponsored, but they're really good. Now, I'll see you guys in the next episode where we're going to be talking about even more things.